Good morning. How y'all doing? It's currently about 41 degrees here in the shop, and I started to work on this little bracket bracing piece that I was telling y'all about the other day. I borrowed this little tubing setup, helped figure out your, the shape and form, whatnot to put over the tubing. Borrowed it from a buddy of mine, which it does work. But I was having hell trying to line this up to up here. Obviously, you gotta redo it and figure out that measurement in between, make sure you get the proper length. Well, while I was fighting it this morning, finally figured something out. I don't know if all y'all know this. This is kind of my first rodeo dealing this any of this stuff right here. So I wanted to have all these at a 45-degree angle. So once again, took my little rinky-dink Harbor Freight little angle finder and kind of ran it down like so. Found that exact degree. Once I found that, took my piece of tubing over here. Let's see. And I ran that right with the little weld seam. Put it up to there to figure out that degree. And what I did is I went with that tubing cutter that I got from Harbor Freight, per usual, a little $50 setup. Set it on that degree. Cut it and try to run it in line with that weld seam as much as possible. I didn't break out the measuring tape because it's just a scrap piece right here. That's why it's a little bit off. But once I did that, rotated it over, cut it again, it came out to damn near perfect fit. Get a little triangle here, square. So, I think that's going to work out perfect. I just got to cut another piece and make sure it's completely long enough, but something I learned along the way. They got all kinds of YouTube videos and all kinds of stuff like this, and I've watched a lot, but early morning just trying to figure stuff out. Figured I'd give you a little update, but yep, that's what I got going on right now. Gonna try to get both sides all taken care of, and let's see, maybe even knock out that side too. We'll see how it goes. I still got to add on a bunch more stuff. I still got to try not to knock everything down yet. Still got to take this upper bracket and curve it in about like yay to go to that top of that axle for the 4-link. I got a lot on the plate. Trying to have this going within the next month or two for the events. There's your little update. Well, 2 down, 12 more to go. Let's see. May not be my prettiest work, but it's definitely solid. So I got some support built today. I still got to weld on this one and weld on the other one back there. They're just propped up for right now. Got a few more to build all the way out throughout it. You got to run straight up through there too. But by the time I get done with that, I'll have the whole rear end finished. So hopefully, looking at maybe tomorrow having all that done. It just depends on how fast I can knock it out. But yeah, didn't actually believe how time consuming it'd be cutting and fitting and welding all that. So far, so good though. Been cleaning everything up. I'm getting ready to pull that cam and everything off. Just make sure this is top dead center. Make sure that cotter key right there is lined up with it. As far as I understand, that's the proper way of going about it. Alright, so I got that sumbitch on there. It fought me every inch of the way. There you go. So I got to just kind of sit in place, make sure everything fit up right. I don't want to get myself in a bind or anything. But the factory daggum oil pan will not fit. So I guess it's time to call Amazon and get it on the way. If not, Summit, one of them. But yeah, so that's how my night's going. I guess it's time to start working on the heads. Or the head connection point on the block. Head bolts, whatever. You know what the hell I'm talking about, dadgummit. Son of a bitch, it's always something around here. So I figured I'd do a quick little video. See if I can get some light on there. That way I can see it. Got that bolt fully pulled out, ready to go. That's my first time ever doing it, so didn't really record much. Now I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the other one that's completely flush with the surface. What I did is I put this punch right here up in the center of it. Just click it down a few times like so. And get back on the spot. Anyways, made a little indentation right there. That way I can go ahead and get the drill bit started right dead center of it. Got a little heater going. This will do 1,300 cubic foot. Square foot, whatever. It works pretty dang good though, so far. So when I first came in here, it was 44 degrees. I've had that little heater back there in the corner going for about, maybe 10 minutes. Shoot, it might have been less than 10 minutes, but it's done jumped up a good bit just for that short period of time for this big old shop of mine, you know. Good little heater. Harbor Freight. Got all the holes tapped out. Everything's cleaned up, ready for a new gasket. Wiped it all down with the rag with brake cleaner. So we should be pretty set. I'm about to just tape up this, untape this other side, tap all them holes, clean everything up, retape, and then throw some fresh primer, paint, all on it. Get to working on that cam and everything this evening. So I just built the tape off the top of the motor. Got it painted how I want it. Just a gloss black. 2-piece timing cover. Everything came out pretty good. Ran into some bad luck earlier and broke a tap off in the hole. But I still have 3 of them left to work on and get that old tap out. Got the oil pan coming in for this thing later this week, I want to say. Let's see if I can get it turned over. Just got to put the freeze plugs in it. I get that oil pan in and be set to go. A little bit of an update video on the truck. Had my buddy Sean come over today and give me a hand doing the root pass welds on everything for me while I was cutting and fitting and everything else. But we pretty much got that rear end knocked out. Got to work on the front. Let's see, I got that tubing over here. There we go. There's one of the pieces for the front. Got to cut one more. But it's coming together, starting to look more like a monster truck. Just got to work on that front end now. Front and center. Been fighting like hell for the past few hours, or I guess a few days, but finally got that little broken off tap in the block out. But a little bit of an update. Figured I'd show y'all everything. got everything kind of torqued on. Already measured for push rods. He's gonna let me know when they're ready, or which ones he says to go with. Order those up. Some valve covers. One of them, what are they called? Fluid balancers. Yep, got everything put in. Even got that oil pump put on now. Everything's gonna be getting real close to being ready. So I was trying my best to get everything in one pass yesterday. Try to get the welds to look a little bit better. There we go. Let it focus a little bit better. Took my little miniature flap disc on that little 90-degree tool you love so much, made by Milwaukee. Welds ain't coming out too bad, but I'm still not a major fan. Like, I mean, like to me, that's perfect. You know, that's what I'd like everything to be. Those, but yeah, nothing's ever perfect. So I'm thinking about getting that belt sander or something, and maybe just filling in everything till it's kind of flush, and then sanding it all down. Motherfucker. Ow. Anyways, a little bit from what I got going on. None of these have been double passed. It's all single pass on everything.